That may seem kind of odd, but one cannot be the protective 8-foot tall teddy if he ain't old enough. And in some cases, if he ain't big enough. So, the way I'm thinking about it is like this. I'm thinking about it like this. The reason I wanted to be 30 so long ago was that it would grant me legitimacy in my romantic pursuits. You know, see, you can be legit. You can be just your you can wear the mask all you want to, but if it ain't authentic, you ain't doing it right. And if you're not doing it right, then why do it? It's one of the problems that I have with absurd comedy, you know? Although I do love the Three Stooges, one of the problems I have with absurd comedy is, like, Portlandia. Portlandia is this show that comes on IFC that is somewhat popular. It's in its 3rd season. They have some people you may have heard of. Cal McLaughlin, it was the mayor until recently, and now Roseanne Barr is playing the mayor and whatever. Anyway, one of the problems I have with absurd comedy is it's not logical. That's how I feel about this. It would not be logical for me to call myself something if I'm not it, right? It would not make sense. And it has to make sense to call myself something that I'm not. I appropriated the bear mentality because it fit me to a T. And even if certain things don't match, the important ones do. And recently what's been occurring to me is this whole sexuality thing. Why does it have to be fluid? Why can't I just be gay? Here's why. I've never been comfortable being one thing. Sure, I've done it before. I claim to be it stupidly. The truth is, I'm not turned on by masculinity. And most gay men are. Already I start on the outside. So, now we have a second question. What are you attracted to? Now, before all my brain cells are killed by my eventual alcoholism, and that is only a joke, as far as you know, God, what these commercials these days, man. let's go back over my attractions, okay? I have 3 exes and many sexual experiences. I'm not quite Blanche Devereaux, but oh God, wait till I'm her age, whatever that may be. Anyway, I got myself in trouble some time ago because, stupidly, I opened my mouth and talked about what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to femininity. Is there something wrong with that? Where I fucked up is that for even the briefest of times, I told the company line, which was that some gay men are offended by the whole femininity thing. They're offended. Offended! What are we doing? How are we offended? And it's not acting like a woman, by the way. Because I'm offended when someone tells me they act straight. That offends me. Acting straight offends me. It just does. And why does it do this? It does this because subconsciously it says that being gay is not being masculine. That's ridiculous. As a matter of purpose, it's wrong. You can't have it. You can't have it. My back is starting to hurt because I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. You can't have it in such a way. Oh God, damn, that hurts. You cannot lie to yourself and tell yourself that you want to assimilate. You don't want to assimilate. Assimilation is the worst thing you can do. Assimilation is the worst possible outcome. You don't want to be like everybody. You want to be special. Although, George Carlin said it best. If everybody's special, nobody's special. True. Here's the thing. I don't consider myself special. I don't consider myself a hater. Although, if you ask my brother, I'm the biggest hater of all time. So you gotta ask my brother. Oh, shit. Let's try this again. So, okay, temporary relief. I'm gonna have to end this soon because my back is killing me. So, it just offends me when someone tells me that they're straight acting. It drives me up the wall. And the reason it does that is because, take me for example. I love sports. I'm an ex-player. I'm this and I'm that. But when I grab my bottle of beer and I drink that beer, it makes me. Okay, let me put it a different way. When I take that beer and I drink that beer, it doesn't change a thing. The only difference between me and my buddies is that when I have a sexual fantasy, there's a penis involved. what does it matter? Who cares, right? Who should care? Why I'm offended is because it's archaic. It's ridiculous. And some things will never change. There's nothing you can do about that. I don't even know if I got sound in this fucking thing, so. As I've always said, electronics hate my fucking guts. And I hate you too, you fucking piece of shit camera. But if you better record this good, you got me? Bastard. So, we gotta ask ourselves a couple of questions. No, we're not gonna ask ourselves if age is but a number. Because it is and it isn't. See, I never thought I'd make 30. And now I'm here and it's like, okay, God. Okay, Lord, what do I do now? Should I start devoting myself to philosophical causes? Should I start looking to make my first or second million? I do not have $1 million. Do not start calling the authorities. I don't have anywhere close to $1 million. I don't have anywhere close to $1,000. Don't call the authorities. Should I? Okay. A couple of weeks ago, I was on Wikipedia reading about the great robber barons, right? The rich people, the ones who were rich at the turn of the century, Carnegie and Henry Clay Frick and Jay Gould the criminal. Guys like that, you know? And one of the things you will notice is that after they made their money, they gave all that money away. Now, we have a catharsis. Make $1 million. Make 2 million. 4, 8, 16, and then what? When you get to a certain amount of money back then, the Vanderbilts and people like that, they used to give their money away. Sure, they would leave money to their families and say, make of this what you will, but a lot of them did it for no reason, because there weren't that many tax breaks, or there weren't that many taxes either. Some guy gave this to me in Vegas. I don't even know what this is. Maybe I'll use this the next time I'm there. So anyway, tax purposes. And now you have the pursuit of money for what? The feeling of being rich? You tell me. I don't know. I'm not rich. Probably won't be. But I'll be happy. If it kills me. Probably will too. So, what I'm saying is this. What I'm getting at is, at one time being rich was a vulgarity. It was at one time being rich was almost obscene. And now, it's no longer about simply being, it's a status symbol. This is the problem I have with people who get angry because people are angry at people who get rich. some of them aren't getting rich for the purpose of being self-sufficient or being sufficient. They're doing it because it's a status symbol. It's like worthless people like Paris Hilton. Would anyone know or care who Paris Hilton was if her grandparents weren't like Conrad Hilton and Nikki Hilton and those people? Would anyone care? No. What it is if Paris Hilton weren't Paris Hilton, absolutely no one would care what she thought. It's money. And love of money is the root of, come on, you've heard this. You know what this means. So, I have no problem to a point with rich people, because some of them got there legitimately. Warren Buffett, he got there legitimately. He's an investor. He invests in stock. He helps buy companies. Berkshire Hathaway, look him up. Bill Gates founded Microsoft, the program that many of you use, the Windows program. That was them. Although personally, I think he stole it from Steve Jobs. But whatever. What I'm up against is this. The question I gotta ask now is very simple. And it's probably going to be the end of this video because it's already almost 40 minutes. I'm going to put this one on YouTube because I had too many problems breaking them on Facebook, and no one watches them anyway. Anyway, what I'm asking is this: as I turn 30, am I ready? Am I going to be a capitalist? Should I become one? I mean, life doesn't suck. It does sometimes, but it doesn't generally. And I guess the point I'm trying to make is I had a good 30th birthday. I spent the first half of it with my head somewhere in Scott County because I was drunk and the Drunken Bum Chronicles were written again. But, this video bounced in 7 different directions, but the general theme in all of them was this. I had a lot to ramble about. Let me just finish with this, because now my legs beginning to hurt. Let me just finish with this. I have lived 30 years. They've been good, generally good years. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I do know this. I hope, with the assistance of Brandon, Christopher, and some others, with your assistance, I hope to make the next 30 as much fun as the first 30 were. And to all the friends out there I'm missing, and in more ways than one, you did your part to make my first 30 years stressful, annoying, but you also made it worthwhile. And I never forget it. My thanks. Oh, and I keep my campaign promises.